Have the video again? Nope, we don't. Oh well.
No.
Yeah, we're going.
We are.
We're going.
We are.
See,
We're
I'm on top of things this week. What's up,
don't know.
fanboys and fangirls? Welcome back to another episode of the Fanboy Show, or a podcast, wherever your little heart desires to
Why
get
do they
super
have to
nerdy
have
with us.
Little heart. Hey, where?
I'm assuming all of our listeners are children.
I like to assume, even if they were children, they have the biggest, most loving hearts.
This is weird.
Little physically, big emotionally.
There you go.
This is
Yes.
weird.
I'm Luke. This is Mr. Tyler.
Hello. This is Brett. I
Hey.
guess.
Front runner for
different intro there coming
Different
from
intro.
Tyler.
front runner for host of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over
that
here,
guy.
Brett Eitzen.
Listen,
to meet y'all.
if it goes to anybody else, I'm gonna write and quit.
You
so
should. Dude, you
I will not have it. I will not have it.
He's got the one vote of one vote.
Oh, this could get complicated.
Oh my gosh, how you guys doing?
No, beautiful, Brett. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. You didn't need.
I don't think I'd be able to keep that going very long.
You can't. You're not a kayfaber. Couldn't do it.
Uh-uh.
I could. Brett, I want to punch you in the face.
Sweet.
That's not. Brett's into that.
How do you know what I like?
Well, you don't ask questions you don't answer. Steve. This is
Oh my
weird.
gosh, this is awesome.
This is off the rails.
Things are wild here, I guess. What else is new? I've been pretty good. It was an interesting week and a strange weekend, but it's good.
Strange weekend.
Is all over the place, kind of, because I don't know. I was with the news of Kobe Bryant and his daughter and the helicopter crash in Los Angeles. Really, kind of put a damper on Sunday.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because I mean, that's a player that is kind of like our generation's star. Like, I know it's LeBron now, and
Right.
it was Michael Jordan for us. It was Kobe. I mean, he
Kobe.
started in 96, 97. I was 4 or 5 years old when he started playing. And like, I remember me and my buddy Joel and Logan might have been there too, but we'd be at the nursery hanging out while parents were at quilting at church, and we'd play like 2-on-0 basketball, where one of us would be Shaq and the other one would be Kobe. And we'd be balling against the Indiana Pacers, and our arch nemesis was Reggie Miller. He'd always shoot that three, and if he made it, it went into overtime. If he missed, we won. So
Nice.
it was so much fun.
Did you win in overtime?
We always had to win, you know
Nice.
that. Or
Well,
if
you had
we
Kobe.
ended up losing, because you're like, oh no, it's like, oh well, that was game 1 of the finals. But yeah, it was sad to find out that news.
Yeah.
That news hit like a ton of bricks yesterday.
Yeah.
I was sitting on the couch watching TV, and I got a text about it, and I was like, "What?" So I got on Twitter naturally, because that's our current news.
Yeah.
And it was the first thing I saw, and like, I guess it didn't sink in when I read the text, but when I saw like an actual news outlet report it, my stomach dropped to the floor, and I immediately was just like, I didn't cry, but I was overcome with a ton of emotions, and I didn't really know how to feel. I had to stop what I was doing and like go downstairs and talk to Dana about it. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't feel good.
Yeah.
Like, and it lasted all day. Like, it was just really unsettling.
Yeah.
And Kobe was more than, I wasn't the biggest Kobe fan, admittedly. But Kobe was more of like, he was more than a basketball player. Like, he was an international icon.
Mm-hmm.
He united everyone, because everybody would like, I didn't love Kobe, but I loved watching him play because he was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what really did it for me was after he retired, and showing like just kind of his mentality was to help the next person, to inspire the next generation. And like, to me, that's bigger than basketball.
Mm-hmm. He had become such an ambassador for the sport.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, sports in general, but really basketball and women's basketball, which is really cool. And where it really hit me was when the news of his daughter came up.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this day is gonna be a rough one, because that's just like, I mean, obviously I don't have a daughter, but I know Claire, and
Yeah.
I have friends who have children, and I'm a child, and I have a brother, and now I have a sister.
Yeah.
So like, I was just like thinking about their whole family. I was just like, man, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
It's one of those things where you, like for me, I think as a parent, obviously you want to protect your kids as much as you can. And so like anytime I hear, and like admittedly people die every day. Sorry, this is so serious already.
Yeah.
But like, and celebrities die every day too. Obviously not every day there's one as big as Kobe Bryant, but you know, and who knows how fast everything happened, but just thinking about like, you know, in those final moments, if he had any time to react, all he's thinking about is take me, not my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really hurts is that, I mean, he didn't have that opportunity to protect his daughter in that scenario. And then that just sucks.
Yeah.
So RIP.
Yep. We're going to miss you, Kobe. RIP.
And not just in like, I mean, he really affected the game of basketball. A lot of people don't realize that just last year he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
For a short film that
That's
he
so
wrote
awesome.
and produced. And so like, yeah, sports and entertainment, and so we're covering it, but like more than the sports aspect of it, like he was a creator as well. We got to celebrate those voices, even if those people aren't perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So.
Yep. Prayers and thoughts definitely with the Bryants
and all the families
involved. All the other members of the crash and their families. Like,
yeah, seeing who else was on that list today was hard.
Yeah.
So,
yep, sad stuff, but we're gonna have fun today.
We will. We promise.
We're gonna have fun today.
Fun's coming.
What did you guys do this past week? What did you watch or what did you play?
I didn't do jack this week. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Stephanie and I are very slowly making our way through Lost in Space season 2.
I'm waiting till I have absolutely nothing to do to watch it.
I liked the first season. Like, this one though is just we're on we just finished episode 6 out of 10, and it's finally starting to get interesting.
That's kind of the problem I had with the first season.
Yeah. Oh no, me too. It's like it's a slow burn, and they're doing a lot to develop characters, but not enough to really keep me interested. Like, I'm just constantly like on my phone during that show. Sorry to everyone who thinks that I can't be on my phone while I'm watching a show if it's not interesting enough. All those people out there who hated our review of The Witcher, look, I don't hate you. It's fine. But yeah, sorry. If a show doesn't entertain me enough, I'm going to be checking Twitter. Sorry.
Hey, we are apparently just incredibly wrong about that show. But that's fine.
Somebody else is seeing.
I liked it the most, and I thought it was okay, like at its best. Tyler hated it, like more than anything. I'm pretty sure. But hey, I mean, that's 3 schmucks' opinion. Yep. The only one that really matters is your own.
Yeah, that's the great thing about it.
So
if you enjoy it, fantastic.
Yeah, let us know why in the comments of our Witcher review.
That's all I've done.
Wow. I doubt I'll top you for most, but
I didn't do that much either.
Holy cow. Maybe I did the most this week. This is crazy. All right. So I finished Mindhunter Season 2. It's a shame that came out 2019 because I want it to be my favorite show, but it's not. That belongs to Watchmen. It's so good. I'm really upset that it ends where it does, because they're just getting into some of the more interesting stuff now, because now their system works and they know it, and there's a lot of story they can tell now outside of like what is true. And that's something too that I think the guy who played Wayne Williams literally looks like Wayne Williams, and it's horrifying. And it's crazy how accurate they're able to make all these serial killers in terms of just behavior, but also like their looks and mannerisms. It's insane.
Yeah.
That show is on another level. I finished The Magpie Murders. A lot of murders in my last week.
Are you a fan of murder?
I am, as a storytelling thing. It's written by Anthony Horowitz. It's a book within a book about a book. Ugh, that's a lot.
I was going to pretend I understood that.
Yeah, it's a book about a book within a book. It's written by the same guy who wrote The Word is Murder and The Sentence is Death. Huge fans of those books. Highly recommend them. This one, a little bit more of a slow burn, but it's good. I just didn't find the main character as entertaining or interesting as those other two books. So it lands like dead middle. It's an all right for me. If there was a follow-up to it, I'd read it. But otherwise, I'm good with this one where it's at. Played some new games. Played Far Cry New Dawn this past weekend. Got it for $6 from Redbox.
Nice.
So coming in hot with your way to get games for cheap, go to redbox.com and find whatever they're selling because they're getting rid of games.
Everything.
So you can buy all the newest games for less than $20. Played some Outer Worlds. I feel like I'm getting close to beating that one. But I played all weekend and didn't do a single main mission. So that's kind of concerning. And then I played Call of Duty. Started a new book, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, about video game development. That is very interesting, and I can't wait to finish that. Jason Schreier liked my tweet about it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yes.
I kind of had
famous again.
Yeah, I kind of had a nerd out moment. I was like, oh my gosh, he liked my tweet. He noticed me. I put out a new blog this week on Chase Young and what the Redskins should do at the number 2 overall pick. Football's your thing, and you're interested in that, go check it out. And then I watched Parasite with these two goons.
Woohoo!
And I have a very hard time with that movie. Like, it's good. Like, it really is good. But, like, if I was sitting down right now and I was like, I'm going to watch a movie, it would not be near the top of that list. Like, it's not a movie I would sit down and be like, yeah, I'm going to watch that right now.
Yeah.
Like, I recognize it's good and why it's good. But for me, I think for what it was going for, it didn't always work for me. So I don't know. It's good. It'll win Best Foreign Language Film for sure. I don't know how well it will do in other fields, but I don't know. Maybe I missed it and I need to watch it again. But I don't know.
I think it's a movie that definitely pushes you in terms of like I don't think it's supposed to be one that you're walking out of the theater or you turn off the TV and you're like, I want to do that again.
Yeah, no, it makes me think a lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the hardest part for me is. Like, it definitely moves the pendulum, right? Like, it makes you think about things and things I wouldn't typically think about, which is awesome. I mean, you would hope that most movies or art in any way can do that. But, like, some of it, I think I go into, like, this over-analytical mode, and I'm just like, that's kind of dumb. But it also doesn't help that I do not fully understand Korean culture. And so some of the things that are viewed as negative in that movie maybe aren't that negative to me. And so there's reactions to things that I'm just like, why would you react so severely to that? But I just don't know enough about their culture to speak to it. But fanboy worthy for me. I do think it's good. I think if you're into that kind of movie, you're going to love it. I know it's a lot of people's favorite movies from last year, so
yeah, very popular.
I'm excited to watch it again in a couple weeks or a month or something. Then I'll probably have a different feeling about it.
Cool. It was really fun to watch with you and just hear you go, oh.
Yeah. It was surprisingly funny too, which I really enjoyed. Yeah. I thought everything about it was good. Like the problem is I can't poke holes in it. But I kind of like when I think about it, and you and I kind of talked about this in the past, like if I'm ranking a movie, it's which one would I rather watch before it? And like that's not a movie I'd pick over a lot of movies.
Right.
I guess it just depends who I'm with. If I'm with you guys, I'd probably watch that one. But like if I go home, Dana's not going to watch that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's good. I don't hate it. I'm just I feel weird about it. I got to watch it again. I think I'm having
it was really
Luke and Last Jedi moment.
Definitely not that level. That Last Jedi was just pure confusion. I was like, why don't I like this? I didn't get it. I'll go see it again in IMAX, of course.
$16 gone.
That's why you go with your parents the third time.
Get them to pay for it.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
All right. Sorry, I went long. I apologize.
So I watched Parasite with you. I loved watching that movie for a second time. It was so fun to just see all the things that you don't notice at first and be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Like, I didn't notice that the first time I watched it, but this time. I only really did two things, though. One being I played tons more Death Stranding. I would guess I'm probably 2/3 of the way through the game because I'm currently on the map of the United States in the Rocky Mountains, and you're going east-west. So that's my only real judge of that. That game gets... You think it won't get any more wild, but then it goes, hold on. Wait for this little cutscene here.
We got this set piece lined up for you.
And you're just like, oh my gosh, no way. I am having just so much fun with this game. Either that or it's just so relaxing. I delivered a pizza to a guy, and I almost fell off a cliff doing it. So
logical.
It's dangerous business walking out your front door.
Every day in that game. Every day. But the new thing that I did this week was I went and saw Little Women. I had seen all the other Oscar movies. This isn't a movie I normally go see. I was like, it's up for Best Picture. It's the only one I haven't seen. I'll see it so I can judge it according to the other ones. And I thought it was fine. I don't know where to rank it or how I would recommend it because I honestly don't know how much I like it.
Yeah.
The first 40 minutes, I don't know, felt really long. And honestly, I was so bored.
Yeah.
I was, if I would have just watched those 40 minutes, it would have been towards the bottom of my list. But then something happens in the story and it just gets so much better. But at the same time, I don't understand, like, it's getting so much critical acclaim and everything. And I'm just like, parts of this movie are bad. Emma Watson's accent is horrible. It's bad. There's a bit in it where she's like screaming and she sounds like Hermione. And then there's even a part in it where she she speaks in a British accent, like, because they're doing this acting thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's your normal accent. You're American though, make it sound bad. But I don't think she could. Like, and I was just like, ugh. I did not like Emma Watson in this movie. And then the other one, this might be controversial. I thought Florence Pugh was annoying as crap. Her character. I mean, I haven't read the book. I haven't seen the older movies. I don't know anything about it. I just went and saw the movie. But every time she was on screen, I didn't want to listen to her. I just found her extremely irritating. I don't know if that was her acting choice, the directional choice, or how the character is supposed to be. But the way her character ends up, I was just like, I don't care about you. And
that's never a good sign.
The way her character ends too, like, I won't spoil it, but you're just like, she says, there's a line, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through, and you're just like, I do not believe you for a second.
Since when?
Yeah, that's what I said. Just like, I was like, there's no way. Like, I feel like they're making me believe her. They're like, you kind of have to believe this because this is what it is in the book. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Positives. Laura Dern is freaking fantastic. Timothy Chalamet is so good in this movie.
Yeah.
Got me super excited for Dune because this dude he crushed it in The King and he crushed it in this, and it's literally the opposite.
Yeah, role.
Opposite role. And then Saoirse Ronan is good, man. Like, Scarlett Johansson's gonna win, but if she didn't do Marriage Story this year, I would be pulling for Saoirse. She crushes this movie. Huh. Like, I was really pulling for her. Yeah, she was really good. Recommendation. Oh my gosh, personally, I'd give it a Matthew McConaughey because I only liked half of it.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I don't know who to recommend it to. I think this movie will be too slow and boring for our generation. I've been seeing lots of people go, "Oh, this is a movie that dudes can see too. Like, this isn't just a chick movie." And it's like, maybe, I don't know. I'd say if you're above the age of 65, you'll enjoy it. The average age of my showing was probably 70.
Wow.
And I was in there, so that drops it a bit.
Yeah.
I got stuck on the stairs in between, but behind one of them, and I was
no.
"Oh man, I'm never gonna make it out of here."
That happened to us in 1917. It's like we gotta go to the bathroom, but there's a couple and they're
let's hop the seats.
And they're walking side by side, and they'd have zero perception of how much space they're taking up.
Those are my favorite though. Favorite moments.
I'll let you have all those moments in. You can take all mine. But yeah, let me know what you thought of Little Women. I know what somebody thought of it for the Fanboy Awards. Because it might pop up in a category.
Ooh.
But
all right.
Honestly, I saw it. I thought it was fine. I'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
It will disappear from my mind.
That's okay.
That's the Jeremy Johns
yeah.
review.
Yeah, forget it the next day.
I'll forget about this movie in T-1 day.
Yeah. The other kind of controversial opinion I might have about it is everybody's going, "Why isn't Greta Gerwig nominated for Best Director?" Well, I know why. I think I know why, in my opinion, why she's not nominated. I don't think it's that well directed of a movie because there's a lot of problems with it. Personally, I think Alma Har'el should be in there for Honey Boy. If it's going to be anybody.
Should be in there for Honey Boy. Oh my gosh, that movie.
Indeed.
That's
good.
That's a first time director, I think, too.
Yeah.
Released
first time major motion picture.
Big, not some small little short or something. But anyway, yeah, Little Women, it was fine. Death Stranding is nuts and I love it.
Good. Still on that Death Stranding train.
Shit, it's a long game. Like, I feel like I'm doing a lot, but then also I'm just kind of walking most of the time. So although I'm building a lot of roads and I get to drive like motorcycles and stuff, so that's all fun. I've been building zip lines, so I'll just I went from like Texas up to North Dakota in like 2 minutes. I mean, it's obviously condensed in the game.
Unrealistic.
That's ridiculous. It should take you 8 days to walk there.
At least. Anything else?
Nope, not from me.
Okay.
At least not that I wrote down and can't remember.
Then
so.
let's head over to some news.
So we just talked about Honey Boy. I want to make sure I throw this in there. Honey Boy is going to be on Amazon Prime in February.
Check it out, please.
Please
so good.
watch that movie.
So good.
And then you'll never be able to look at Even Stevens the same again.
It's true.
I'd say just Shia again.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
Not
in a bad way.
Yeah, not in a bad way. You'll be like, "Oh
way.
my gosh, Shia, what did you do?" It's just, you really feel for the dude.
I think you'll kind of understand him a little bit better.
Yeah.
He makes a lot more sense after watching that movie. Sorry, I had to jump in and squeeze that.
It's all good.
Broken segue type thing.
It's all good. Trailers?
I only have the Clone Wars trailer.
Which I didn't watch. I didn't watch this
That's good. Because you haven't seen the Clone Wars yet, so don't.
I'm currently watching Clone Wars.
That trailer is dope.
This
I'm here for this
got
season.
me so hyped. Oh my gosh. Oh, this might be like the most hype I've ever been after a trailer.
Landing.
I think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it. I trust Dave Filoni to do it.
I don't know who to trust anymore. Everyone's broken my heart.
Betrayed me, Anakin. You're breaking my heart.
Oh my gosh. No, I think this.
You turned her against me.
I think this looks really good. I'm very excited. We shouldn't say any more for Tyler's sake.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good.
Yeah,
Maybe we can keep moving.
Especially with just there's certain clips in the trailer that might have popped up before in other things, and you're going,
Wait,
"Oh
what?
my gosh, they're doing this!
Yeah,
they're gonna do this."
very crazy.
Yeah, it looks super good. Can't wait for February date that it comes out.
21st.
Yep, you're right.
think?
I'm assuming
Or 20th.
I don't remember.
February. That was the only trailer I had. Did you have it? Was there another one? I watched a Guns Akimbo trailer again. The movie looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
In the video game world, I've got 1.5 things.
I was not paying very much attention to news this week, so my list is practically non-existent.
There is a rumor that EA is gonna do a remake of Knights of the Old Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this guy is here for that.
So I'm interested in it only because I hear how much you guys have liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, once you sent us the remake news, and I was like, oh yeah, now I finally get my chance. Or maybe you sent it. I don't know. When do you guys sent it?
I don't know.
I think that'd be cool. I think that's got, by default, the fact that it's Star Wars, it has a good audience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit of a safe bet. And with the last Star Wars game coming out of EA getting so positively reviewed and doing well financially, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of the last two. I know Battlefront 2 had a rough start, but
this is gonna go into my predictions for 2019. They're shifting those resources away from Anthem. You'll be making KOTOR.
Nah, dude. Because it's BioWare. EA is just like, hey, we'll put out some marketing for you.
Oh yeah, because BioWare's last 2 releases have gone over so well.
Hey, you never know. They're gonna get that Taken King treatment. You know it.
I love me BioWare. I'm not hating
it.
on BioWare. I just, from a business perspective, EA is pretty ruthless. So
I'd be interested to see if they might do a remake but change it because it might conflict with some canon stuff. And now everything's
they gotta make it fit in the new canon. So it'll probably get tweaked a little bit.
I'm just excited for a Star Wars. Hopefully, it's still turn-based game. I'm into that. It's turn-based, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm into that. I'll play it.
I just love Star Wars video games.
Indeed. Other game news? Any other gaming news? Oh, we've got the Disintegration technical beta and open beta happening this week. While maybe the rest of the world isn't as aware of it, you all who listen to this probably should be, because I talk about it every chance I get. We'll all be playing. I'm hoping to stream some, so I'll try and throw it up on our YouTube page, so you can see what the hype is all about.
Yeah,
I'm on the train.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I'm more so on the train now than I was.
We're gonna squat up
weeks
and play, right?
Heck yeah.
Duh.
Yes.
Well, if I get in,
you'll get in. You'll get in.
This is kind of video game news, but it's more movie news.
I have stuff like that too.
Uncharted was delayed.
My prediction is feeding that.
Did you say 2 more times?
2 more times.
Or did you say lose 2 more directors?
Lose 2 more directors.
Okay.
But
so you're
hey, we just need somebody to sign on, and then we'll be like, all right, well, they'll leave in 4 months.
Call him.
I'm gonna say, I'll sign on just to sign off.
Sign on for like a week and be like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. And then Luke can sign on. And
I'll be like, creative differences. What did you want to do? I wanted to cancel it.
I wanted Nathan Drake to never use weapons.
Well, I didn't want to cast Tom Holland. I didn't want to be young, and I didn't want it to be made in the first place. So.
I wanted to make this a horror movie.
There you go. An R-rated horror movie.
A gritty.
Somehow Kevin Feige will be like, no, you can't do that. Wait, what?
Kevin, how?
I control everything.
Fun fact, I actually control Sony.
Why
would that not surprise me?
No wonder Michael Keaton's in the Morbius trailer. It all makes sense now.
Oh.
Okay, I have like a game / movie type news.
Yeah.
There's a remake of the Pokemon the first movie. They're remaking it in CG, and it's coming to Netflix in like a month.
How weird.
How did this happen? Like, I never heard of this until just the other day, and I was like, they kept this quiet? Or did I just completely miss this announcement like a year ago?
I wouldn't be the person to hear it. So
well, yeah, I wouldn't either.
Catch it. It's just so strange. I'm excited about this. This is one of the first movies as a kid that made me cry.
Aww.
So I'm really curious to see. It's probably terrible, but I'm gonna watch it because it's like a childhood memory for me.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
Cool. Well, I don't have news, but real quick, I want to shout out in the chat JT and Battle Rifle. Thanks for chatting.
What's up, Battle Rifle?
Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. You can pull it up on your computer. You know that, right? He's just all up in my personal space. Luke, what's your next piece of news?
TV Land.
Yes.
Dude. The channel is coming back. No, I was kidding.
It is, though, in WandaVision.
Oh, I guess you got a point. No, Altered Carbon Season 2 was dated.
I'm so excited.
We were wondering if when they were going to film, and it's done. It's coming out February 27th.
Again, that's the same day as Pokemon. How did they keep this stuff a secret?
Man. They do that with their shows, though. All of a sudden, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is dropping in 2 weeks." And what?
Since when?
And especially with the shows that aren't Stranger Things, I guess.
Oh well, that
they kind of have to announce that one. So
Netflix made an interesting change to their viewership numbers. Oh my gosh, studies.
I hate this.
Did you hear about this?
This is the worst.
So it used to be you had to, what was it? You had to watch a quarter of the show?
Yeah.
The quarter of an episode.
Quarter of an episode.
To count it as a view. Or maybe it was like maybe it was like 30 minutes. I don't know.
I think it was more.
You had to watch
I think it
pretty
may
substantial amount of an episode or two. Now what counts as a view is if you watch 2 minutes.
You want to know why The Witcher is the most watched freaking show in history? Because they adjusted the way they collect data so it would be.
So if you make it through the title music, you've watched it.
If you're like, am I interested in this? It has Henry Cavill in it. Nope. That counts as
that's a view.
That's a view for the entire show.
Yep.
I don't know. Punch someone in the face.
Now what
analytics matter.
You like getting punched in the face? Just punch yourself in the face.
This is what comes next, though. Netflix has never really released their numbers. Now they'll start releasing them.
Yeah.
That's the next thing in 6 months.
Now they're useless, though.
Right.
So when we see that fill in blank show has 60 million viewers, we know it's really 10.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere in between 0 and 60.
60 million people watched at least 2 minutes.
That's frustrating.
Oh, man.
So over on Disney Plus, we got some rumors in the last day or so via Deadline, I believe, that The Falcon and the Winter Soldier may be moving up to August of 2020.
Was it November?
Yeah,
or September?
It was later.
I'm excited about this.
My guess, they kind of knew it was going to be ready, but they wanted to
be sure before they announced. They didn't want to announce it too soon.
Well, my guess is there's another Disney Plus property that they don't want to get in the way of at all. The Mando season 2.
Yeah.
And so they're like, this show's done. It's good. We've got a real slow summer, so let's
bump it
plop
up.
it there at the end.
Yeah. Plus,
and if they're releasing it weekly,
and in Eternals,
Eternals
comes out in November too.
Yes.
Obviously, those aren't really connected, besides the fact that they're both Marvel Studios. But
yeah.
But if they can,
might plan according to their third quarter and fourth quarter earnings. Everything's a business move these days.
Yeah, it also helps that they'll be able to finish up some final touches on the last few episodes because it releases weekly or whatever.
Yep.
So that helps. Luke, what do you got? I got one more.
I got something that's movie and TV land pending.
Ooh.
A truth of rumor. Rumor is that Bad Robot is going to be developing Justice League Dark for movies and TV.
What?
That's what I read. I mean, to me, it sounded like they're kind of just working all their options of where it's going to go. It will be a movie.
So anyway,
well, it's absolutely a movie.
And anyone who doesn't know, Bad Robot is J.J. Abrams' production company, and he signed a deal with Warner. I don't know when we reported on that.
Well, probably 6 months ago.
This is pretty good timing because there's a director out there who's a free agent right now who could definitely do a Justice League Dark property. Oh my gosh,
that'd be dope.
So
it's your prediction.
My prediction, baby. Get Scott Derrickson over there to do a Constantine movie.
Oh, it'd be so good.
Give that to me.
So good. I'm excited for this. I think I've come to realize that I enjoy J.J. more as a producer than a director.
Overlord.
But he does like
Super 8.
Yeah.
Did he direct Super 8? Or did
he did direct Super 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's honestly, I think, maybe my favorite film of his.
I don't know. I love the Star Trek reboot.
That is dang good, but man, there's something about Super 8.
I still need to watch the third one of that.
Oh, Beyond?
That's the best one.
Wait, didn't you have that from me?
I did, but it was taking me a while. I did. I watched the first two in like 2 days.
Would you like it again?
Yes, I would. Actually.
It's in the Voodoo.
Oh, just watch it on Voodoo.
I have it in the Voodoo, Brett. I don't need to borrow yours.
Yeah,
stop yelling at me.
Oh, why would you use a hard copy when you can stream on crappy Wi-Fi? Whee!
How dare you ruin the integrity of that film?
SD resolution! Woo!
What's next?
I got one left.
I've got 2.
Go for it, Luke.
Bambi, live action, CGI.
Oh, yeah, I forgot this is
mixed.
I want the Rock
remake.
one though. We got to get the Rock one. That's. Hold on. Now flip the table. Okay.
You weren't gonna let me take my stuff off?
Nope.
You had plenty of time.
You knew what was coming.
I'm
Give
not
me that red lightsaber. Give me the red lightsaber. We're taking heads off.
Oh, don't hit mine. Why?
Hit your own face.
I let you rage out like a crazy person. This guy.
Ooh, jeez. Quick little tangent. So I'm watching Rebels again. Yeah. Dude, Ezra's lightsaber might be one of the coolest sounding when it turns on. It's just this, like, I can't even replicate it. It is like this crazy bass. Like, oh, it sounds so cool every time he turns it on.
So the Bambi news might go hand in hand with the last piece of news either one of you have, which is that Captain Marvel 2 is in the works. So this is being helmed by the 2 directors of Captain Marvel, the Bambi live action. It's animated.
Bambi 2021.
The Disney Plus
is what
movie.
It will be called.
And guys, if we didn't get any emotion out of lions, how are we gonna get any emotion out of deer?
You know what? Because somebody did get something out of Lion King. Their name is Disney, and that something was $1.3 billion.
That was well said, sir.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Our viewership has dropped since my rant. So,
all right, guys, let's bring that back up. The Batman started filming.
Yes.
So get ready for those set picks and get ready to see the Batsuit.
Get ready to be initially disappointed, and then when it comes out, pleasantly surprised.
Oh, I'll just be happy.
Just get really disappointed.
But the internet will.
I just can't wait to be like, oh my gosh, why isn't his butt bigger?
Can you see his butt with the cape?
Probably. I mean, if they're gonna do it the route that like Snyder likes to do things with CG capes, you never know.
True.
Ooh, that's CG true. Cape. You know what? Those are some good looking CG capes, though.
They do look
Not
good.
Gonna lie.
Oh, I watched Man of Steel last night. I forgot to mention that.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Good movie.
Sorry.
Nope, you're fine.
Yep, Batman.
Luke, did you have any other news?
Just more stuff about Captain Marvel. They gave it a 2022 release date, and the writers from WandaVision are writing it, and they are seeking a female director.
And there's a petition to replace Brie Larson as Captain Marvel.
Move on!
So I do the fact that they're moving forward with the writers from WandaVision makes me slightly more interested in WandaVision. Slightly. My excitement for WandaVision has been like, okay, it's I get to watch it.
I'll watch it because it's Marvel.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
I like Paul Bettany. I like Paul Bettany's good. Could be interesting.
Apparently, it's just wild.
So yeah, no,
It's like all people are talking.
Apparently, it's going to tie in with Multiverse of Madness too. So
it's a sore subject.
Keep bringing it up.
Have some respect.
And I just gotta go cry. Okay.
Gosh, it's okay, man.
Are we ready to get on to our actual topic for tonight, which is It's time for the 2019 What the Fanboy Awards.
Okay.
It was beautiful. I really appreciate all the hard work you put into that.
I just stared at the camera the whole time.
I despise my work on that. I'm ashamed of myself.
Oh my gosh. So guys, we're going to go.
Whoa.
How are we going to do this?
I was going to go down the list.
Wonderful. We had over on our website, we had our polls open. And by polls, I just mean they were blank spaces. You could write whatever you wanted.
You literally could have written anything.
We didn't want to limit you this year to our nominations. We wanted you guys to be able to tell us what your favorites, what you're most disappointed.
I thought it was really cool how they could vote on our nominations, but also what if they don't see any of our nominations, it's like, well, okay.
Right. So we'll talk about our picks as well. Yeah.
So, in the world of gaming, we shall start. Would you rather start with favorite game, or would you rather move to the positive?
Let's move to the positive.
All right, we'll start with worst game then. And also, no, I won't combine them. Worst game. Not as many people fill this one out, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Means, either you didn't play any games, or you didn't play any bad ones.
I'm glad people don't love worst categories.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Yep.
Agreed. I added it anyway.
No. It's a good category to have. I'm not saying it wasn't.
Throwing that chaos in there in the mix.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm a chaotic good. Most of the time. Some of the time.
This is mostly true.
Whatever. So nominees. What people said were, this is my favorite answer. Resident Evil 2. Stop remaking that game. I loved that. After Party, I did not.
I haven't got it. I think that's on Game Pass. I need to check it out. Maybe I don't need to check it out. I don't know.
My own personal answer was The Division 2. And our winner with 5 votes, all those had one, was Anthem. And if you didn't see this coming, then
you weren't paying attention to gaming news.
When I typed this one out and went, this one's gonna be Anthem.
I chose Anthem.
I'm pretty sure
you chose Anthem.
I did.
Another answer we got was, I have only played good games.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
That's great.
Makes me super happy. I'm one of the only people in the world who actually likes Anthem. Which
you're also one of the only people in the world who hasn't encountered like fatal bugs in the game too.
Yeah.
Like that game bricked my Xbox at one point, and I was like, I don't think I should play this very much.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the problems everybody gets with Anthem is what I got with Division 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as what people got with Anthem, with what they're saying. Most of my Division 2 squabbles were with the way it felt. It just did not feel like the Division 1. And I had just gotten off Anthem, which, while it was it was a little disappointing that it wasn't super good. I loved the fluidity of that game. And then I went into Division, and it felt really slow and muddled, and I felt like I was running through mud, which I've been doing a lot recently in Death Stranding.
Has to find a way to get that in there.
I do. But
right.
Anthem. Which brings us over to the most disappointing game. Mine was The Division 2.
Mine was Anthem.
We had After Party.
You're going to get some crossover. You're going to get a lot of crossover.
A lot of crossover. Here. Kingdom Hearts 3, Mech Warrior 5. Didn't play enough of them.
Great answer in Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm with you there. That's pretty disappointing.
Yep, and then Madden 20.
Wow.
Was another one, yeah.
Madden 20, yeah. Anthem, of course, with the most votes again.
Yeah,
nobody's surprised by that.
Yeah, nobody was surprised by those. I should look up what Mech Warrior 5 is. Even though it was disappointing to you, I think it sounds kind of awesome. So,
is that called Disintegration?
Brett, that's a question for you, I think. No.
Sorry, I'm looking ahead.
All right, favorite game.
The
one I know you really
so
want to talk
many.
about this one.
So many.
Brett, what was your favorite game
My
in 2019?
favorite game of 2019 was Metro Exodus.
Nice.
This
They
game
announced a DLC today.
Yeah.
That should be on our news.
Where was that, Brett?
How did we forget that?
Why aren't you on top of
Thought
things?
this was your favorite game,
Oh
dude.
my gosh.
Are
Oh,
you even a
get the
real fan?
lightsaber out again. I feel like I have to have this. Now I understand why the Empire built the Death Star. I constantly have to have a threat. You need to know.
I ain't afraid of you. Bring it on, Chuckles.
Dude, if you blow up the planet I'm on, I'm not gonna know it anyways. I'm literally just gonna die immediately. So
no, I thought this was just a great blend of action, survival light. It's not like a real survival game, but you have very low quantities of ammo, and it's not, you don't just regenerate your health, and so seeing where the Metro series has come from, like, it just made me so happy to see a game of this caliber come out this year by it's a smaller studio, and it'd be so well polished. So I won't spend 20 minutes gushing over it, but yeah,
cool.
I really enjoyed it.
Mine all year was Control.
Yeah.
Until 2020 when I picked up the Death Stranding. Like, man, it's frustrating that I was so hard on this game and made fun of it because I love it so much. I talked about it a lot before. It's nothing like I've ever played. It's wild. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you skip to this section, go back to the beginning when I talked about Death Stranding. Or go to last week's episode when I
talk about
it even more.
My favorite was Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I had a hard time with this category. Like, I really I played a lot of good games this year. I played over 30 games in 2019. So, like, it was really tough to make that decision. But Apex Legends is free.
Yeah.
It improved dramatically over the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's probably the smoothest free-to-play game out there. And it's fun. It's just fun. And that's what's important about games is, like, I can go into a battle royale and die 20 times and not get a top 10 finish and still enjoy playing it. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to get in and out of games. Also important. I think they nailed it. It's so well balanced in terms of, like, it respects your time, but also it makes every game worthwhile.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
For sure.
So what won? What won this category? Is it just completely even?
It's not, but it's kind of interesting because somebody wrote down 3. They wrote down, I don't know who it was, but they wrote down Detroit Become Human, Death Stranding, and Untitled Goose Game.
Nice.
And we kind of talked like about, do we separate these? Do we really pick the first one they picked? And we were like, well, let's put all of them down. Otherwise, every single one would have only had one nomination, except for Death Stranding, which got 2.
Oh, all right.
So,
congrats to Death Stranding.
You know what that tells me, though? That tells me we have a wide audience in terms of like what people enjoy for games, which is great. That means it's never been a better time to be a gamer because there's something out there for everyone.
And I remember we were texting before, and I was like, "Well, our answers are very diverse."
Yeah, that's good though. That's what we want.
Yep.
And like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna listen to this, look at these results, and I'm gonna be like, man, I'm gonna go check this out now.
Yeah, for sure.
Some other ones that people played: Just Dance 2019, Star Wars Fallen Order, Plants vs Zombies,
Battle for Neighborville.
Okay,
that's my wife's.
It's
pick.
cut off. Destiny 2, Detroit Become Human, Lost Cities, which I'm pretty sure is a board game. I love that answer that you actually took something I was going for. I specifically didn't say video game for a reason because I know there's a lot of people out there who like board games.
Yeah.
Madden 20, Fallen Order. Oh, I could have combined those. Oh, so that one has 2. So it tied for Death Stranding. I could have edited that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Oh, look at you slacking on your.
Or maybe it got 3. Hold on.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
This is the problem. Not everybody types everything in the same way. So the results.
We just had a Moonlight mix-up in the Fanboy Awards.
Get off the stage, La La Land.
The winner is
Death
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I am totally cool with that.
Kojima, you do not get to accept this award.
I'm perfectly okay with that because this one actually had 3 separate votes as opposed to Death Stranding. I'm like 1.5. Star Wars Fallen Order, the Fanboy Game of the Year, I guess.
Yeah.
Woo! Good job, Fallen Order. I did like that game. I liked the story. The gameplay was frustrating, but gosh, I did really enjoy playing a Star Wars game. Some other ones: Monster Hunter, Kingdom Hearts 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Borderlands 3, and Untitled Goose Game.
I'm glad that Sword and Shield got some nominations because it got dragged by social media. Good for it.
So good year for gaming. Lots of stuff there.
It was a good year for media in general, I think.
Yeah. Okay. TV Land is back. Again, it's back. Channel 48.
We can't get away from it.
Golden Girls airing at 7 Eastern.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Most disappointing television series. Can you guess what one?
I have no idea.
So here's
Does
what
it rhyme with MAME of
drones?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's what people put down. We had 3 for The Witcher, 1 for The Rookie, 1 for Veronica Mars, 6 for Game of Thrones, 1 for American Gods, Flash, The Mandalorian, Succession, and Black Mirror.
The Mandalorian.
Getting the most disappointing. Wow.
But yes, our winner, including my own, was Game of Thrones.
Same.
Mine was The Witcher. I'm sorry if you love The Witcher, but
which is mostly everybody. So you just let everybody down again.
That's okay.
You let the whole team down.
That's okay.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not done yet.
Jeez. Game of Thrones, man. What a
colossal disaster that final season was.
Every studio and television network just needs to read the Jason Schreier Blood, Sweat, and Pixels version of what the disaster Game of Thrones turned out to be.
Man, that'd be such a good book.
That'd be awesome.
But
you
yeah,
need to read it after me.
I know.
Game of Thrones, most disappointing. Let's move on to worst. Let's get these negative Nancys out of the way.
I voted The Witcher here too, guys. I'll wear it on the chin. It's fine.
Mine was the only vote that I put out for mine, which was Jessica Jones. I might be the only person that actually watched it too.
You're one of 3. Well, I think it's like 300,000 watched the first 2 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. So it's a little skewed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think it was in those metrics yet.
Okay. What was yours, Brett?
For worst
series?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'm sorry. People are tweeting at me.
It's okay.
We got people like, why are you hating on The Witcher?
Who'd you rile up this time? Where's your lightsaber?
I'm making sure we don't have another
that's like
another Jedi Fallen Order thing. I'm trying to like go through and make sure you didn't miss any, Luke.
Is this therapeutic?
It's a little therapeutic right now. I understand Kylo Ren so much better after tonight's episode. Sorry. We were on intern Randy. I swear, I am paying attention. Worst TV show?
Yes. It's just tough because
Euphoria.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I remember you.
That was one that like
complaining about.
I got through the first 3 episodes and then I gave up on it, and then the end of the year came around. I was like,
did you finish it?
I didn't finish it, but I watched enough to know that it was my least favorite of the year.
Nice.
I watched a couple more episodes. It was like, I don't get it.
It's not you.
Like it's not even that like there's something interesting there. I just don't like it. It's more of like I just don't get it.
Maybe you have to
you
be
were
on
not
drugs.
The target audience.
I was clearly not the target audience, and that's okay. Whatever.
Just so you know, some people put spaces after they type these in, and it puts them on different options.
I'm attempting to.
I went through and I corrected.
I would say I haven't
seen a lot of them.
I've only seen one since.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Any of the 100 crime dramas.
Anyone?
Yeah. So what are the
other ones? Any of the 100 crime dramas? Yes.
Thank you, Richie, for filling this out.
Catch 22, Insatiable, Game of Thrones, This Is Us, Supergirl, C, The Good Place, Reef Break, and any reality show. And I agree with that one as well.
That's interesting. The Good Place. I wonder if whoever put that is either unaware that the second half of the season
is still
coming, or You know, because that's honestly, I thought about putting The Good Place on. In my list. It wasn't ever a best or worst scenario, mostly because I knew it wasn't completed. But I was trying to finish up all my shows, and I was like, I can't finish that one yet. But no, so that one's interesting to me.
Okay. Cool. All right, did you check my work on favorite television series, Brett?
Yeah, real quick I did.
Okay,
I probably missed something.
Favorite television series. You mentioned yours earlier, Tyler.
Watchmen, baby. It's my jam.
Yep, that was a great show. Mine was Mindhunter.
Nice.
I don't know, maybe it's just
that's 1.5. That's the problem. That is my issue here. It's like 1 and 1.5.
It might for me just be the weird personal connection that I have with that show because BTK is in it and I live 4
around
minutes
the corner
from that place, and it's just
okay. The house is gone. It's fine.
Oh yeah, that house got bulldozed and torched and hopefully sanctified.
Real quick.
That area,
real quick.
But that just all that stuff in Atlanta and all the stuff with his son was just it was taking me on a wild ride, and I could not stop watching it.
It's a good season. I think it was a little. I wanted more of the interview stuff that we got in season 1. I think that's the only thing for me that was like
those interviews.
We had such a good and legitimately like it's a good narrative in season 2, and I'm all about narrative. I just like I like a little more crazy.
I loved those interviews, but I think what I love about season 2 so much is you get to see them putting what they're learning into practice.
For sure.
And everybody's just this isn't gonna work.
Right.
That dude ain't the killer, and it's like. Oh,
but he is.
It worked. And I was pumped to see that in season 3. Man.
Yeah, I fingers crossed that we do get a season 3.
Yep.
The outlook is not so good currently.
Guys, I'm ready for this one. My favorite show last year, Chernobyl.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
I still need to watch it.
I love it. It's such a good
You should
drama.
buy it on Bluray.
I should.
I think you should stream it on standard definition over bad Wi-Fi.
Man. Let me tell you though, HBO has gotten better with their streaming. Their bit rates have gotten a lot better.
They got a big launch coming this year.
Yeah. What are some of the other favorite TV answers?
We had 3 for Chernobyl, 1 for Russian Doll, 3 for Watchmen, 1 for This Is Us, 2 for The Mandalorian, 1 for The Good Place, Manifest, The Expanse, Succession, PBS Victoria, Arrow, 4 for The Witcher.
Hey, that's our winner.
Yep, that is our winner. And then continuing down, we had 1 for Yellowstone, 1 for The Boys, 1 for Barry, Mindhunter, Stranger Things, Last Man Standing, and Umbrella Academy. But yeah, our
in complete disagreement with our thoughts on
and that's why we do votes. That is a good example of it.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad people loved it.
I just think that is so funny. It's the worst and the best. Can we make a trophy for it that says best and worst show of the year?
Participation. Congrats, you released.
I think it's interesting. I wonder if people felt like they couldn't put Game of Thrones twice. Type of thing.
Oh, for worst?
Because Game of Thrones got so many disappointing, but then it only got 1 worst.
I wonder if people
or if people still just because it's the finale and it's characters they love, legitimately were like, oh well, it's better than
nothing.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
Yep. Things are about to get really interesting, I think.
Ooh.
Because we're moving into movies, and I feel there's so many like conflicting votes and thoughts, and I just love all of it because it shows how diverse everybody's like opinion and thoughts are about movies. And
none of my picks are gonna win movie anything of the year. Yes.
All right. Most disappointing movie of the year. Did you check my chart?
Just don't even. I'm attempting to do it without breaking the fourth wall, but that's clearly not going to happen.
I'm only breaking the fourth wall the rest of the time.
What was your most disappointing movie this year?
Why you got to ask me that now?
It was Detective Pikachu, right?
Oh, yeah. No. It was one that I just watched like 2 weeks ago.
Jojo Rabbit?
Oh, no.
You fiend?
Hellboy? Was that your most disappointing movie?
Disappointing.
You had high hopes for Hellboy?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was going to say, really?
I guess
that
it could have been
worst.
for us. We were hoping to be horrible, and it was just, it wasn't. It was bad.
It's
a non-enjoyable bad
not
movie.
how I view most disappointing, but yeah. I mean,
Okay.
So would it be worse?
Most disappointing, Godzilla.
I thought that would be your answer.
Yeah, that was one that I was super hyped for. I think it's one that most people who are into Godzilla really enjoyed. I am not a huge kaiju monster fan, but I really liked 2014's Godzilla, Gareth Edwards' Godzilla. And this was obviously not like that at all. So that's why that was why it was mine.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to that same exact feeling. Mine was Glass. I was really looking forward to Glass. I was hoping it would stick the landing, but 2019 was not a year of sticking the landing. So,
yep.
What was yours?
This was the hardest one for me. Because I was thinking about it. And I was like, man, I was disappointed with Rise of Skywalker, but I wasn't really expecting that to be good.
Yeah.
I was just hoping it would be enjoyable, and I ended up enjoying it. Glass, was disappointing. Because I really liked Split, but I wasn't really like, oh no, like I wasn't all upheavaled about it. Like, I mean, I was like, well, it wasn't that great. I'll move on.
Yeah.
So I picked Captain Marvel.
Oh.
It was a textbook Marvel Studios movie. There was nothing special about it. It's boring. She's cast and she should stay. I'm not gonna sign no dang petition. She should stay. I think Brie Larson is a miscast. But they put out one of the most forgettable movies of the year.
Yeah.
I would think we all forgot it came out. And it might be because Endgame also came out, but nobody was really talking about Captain Marvel. And I mean, it made $1 billion. That's something to be talking about. And instead, it's just a boring, and it's feminized in the wrong way. Coming from a straight white male, I've said that very confidently.
Just gonna distance myself from you
Woo!
right now.
I regret saying that.
You want to switch seats?
Let me just mansplain Captain Marvel for a bit. No.
You want to switch seats?
No,
give me the lightsaber.
No, I don't want to switch seats. I want to get away.
All right,
from
let me
this
talk
fool.
about Captain Marvel. No. Yeah, Captain Marvel was kind of a nothing film.
It kind of came and went.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I forgot about it.
Again.
We'll see what the sequel's like, I guess.
It will be present day, which
will be good.
I think will help.
Yeah.
What are some other disappointing movies that people told us that they were disappointed in?
Here we go. The Goldfinch, Ad Astra, Frozen 2, Gemini Man, Toy Story 4, Joker, Dark Phoenix, The Rise of Skywalker, Hellboy, Aladdin, The Addams Family, Uncut Gems, Detective Pikachu, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Somebody put Mary Poppins Returns, which came out last year, Triple Frontier, Glass, Brightburn, Captain Marvel was mine, Pet Sematary. Whew, that was a lot.
Who's our winner?
It was a tie between The Rise of Skywalker and Glass.
All right.
That's the only one I might win.
With an asterisk.
Yeah. All right.
All right, worst movie. Woo. I'll go first. Velvet Buzzsaw. Hate that movie.
I'll go second. Hellboy.
I'll also go second, or
You'll
I'll
go
also go second because it's Hellboy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't need to spend a whole lot of time on movies that suck. Hellboy, The Intruder, The Dirt, Gemini Man, Dark Phoenix, Pikachu, Uncut Gems, The Hustle, Glass, Rise of Skywalker, Velvet Buzzsaw, Men in Black International, and our winner was Cats.
Yes!
None of us saw it. Actually, one person put cats, which I really enjoyed reading for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue against that.
Cats.
It's probably the worst movie of the year. Just never had time to really go out and see it.
It doesn't make it easy to want to see it either.
No.
Yeah.
I hope it comes to a streaming service so I can watch an hour and a half of it and be like, I'm good, and turn it off.
Somebody also put The Princess Switch, which also came out last year. I wonder if that was my brother. He had to watch that with Carly, and he hated every second of it.
Oh, okay. Enough negativity.
Positivity.
Ooh.
Give me some of that good news.
Favorite movie of the year.
The good news.
So we've kind of talked about this. I guess you were gone for our 1917 review. My favorite movie of the year is 1917.
My favorite movie of the year is 1917.
I'm the break point here. My favorite movie of the year was Jojo Rabbit.
No argument there.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's
the thing. I'm not going to argue with you about it at all.
Honestly, like I can, out of the, I don't know, 12 movies that that were submitted, like
there's some bangers on here.
There were so many good movies this year.
There's one on there that I know you love.
I love lots of them on there. I know which one you're talking about. Let me go get my knife.
Who directed that one and wrote it?
I'm just gonna ignore you. So we had Rise of Skywalker. That's great. I know that not a lot of us were super high on it, but I'm glad.
I liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad people enjoyed it. Marriage Story. Oh my gosh,
that movie's
so good. Go see it.
I should not like that movie.
Just watch it on Netflix.
I should not like that movie. And it's fantastic.
It's the performances, man.
I think I've changed.
So good.
I think I've changed a little bit.
You're growing. You're more mature.
I'm more mature in my
mature.
in my film study life. I guess
somebody's favorite movie was Hobbes and Shaw.
Which one of you submitted a fake just so that you could do this?
You know that one he texted. He's like, "I got one more coming in."
Yeah, it was you. It was you. Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw's on there. Uncut Gems. Yes. Another super good one. Aladdin. Not my cup of tea, but
I rewatched Aladdin because I was really tired and I wanted to fall asleep during something. Mm-hmm. Man, I always forget I can't fall asleep during movies. And I rewatched that live action one. It's good.
It's not bad.
It's really
good. I really enjoy Will Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen 2, Peanut Butter Falcon. Oh my gosh. It's the one that I need to see. Toy Story 4.
Whoever's favorite movie that is, come shake my hand at some point.
Yeah. Shazam.
Rocket Man,
Draft Day.
Draft Day came out like 3 years ago.
Oh,
hey, but it was their favorite movie of last year.
It's awesome.
Knives Out had multiple votes. Joker had multiple votes. Ford v Ferrari, multiple votes. All three of those are in my top 10.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is.
1917 had, well, both of you guys voted for it. And then our tie for the win was actually Jojo Rabbit, which I'm so happy to see.
That is awesome.
That is like, yes. And then Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are two like completely opposite sides of the spectrum movies.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know if we need to have a tiebreaker, but let's not and just let them both win.
Yeah.
We don't need to have losers. We can just have winners. Unless you're in the worst category.
Then you're a loser.
You're a winner of the lose. No, that's fine.
You're a winner at losing. You're a loser at winning. Both.
Why not both?
It's paradox.
Next category.
Favorite fandom movie.
This one, not as many responses. Mostly because we had a list.
Yeah.
Although you could write in your own, but I think that it, sometimes by narrowing it down, you do help get consensus.
Mm-hmm.
So,
this one is not even close.
It's not. So Detective Pikachu had a vote.
So Detective Pikachu wins. I'm like, what?
Had every vote.
I'm working from least to most. Yeah. Hobbs and Shaw had a couple votes. Rise of Skywalker, Spider-Man: Far From Home. They both had 3 votes. Joker and Shazam 4 votes. Shazam,
I voted for Shazam.
I love Shazam.
It's a good movie. I've watched it like 4 times last year.
And then easily way above the rest, Avengers Endgame. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. It was a really good movie, and it was just the culmination of so much, and to be done well was.
It's one of those things where I don't know if we've really experienced that before in fandom. Fandom itself is still fairly. I mean, fans have been around forever, but how we experience fandom today,
the publicity of it all,
right, is still fairly new, and the fact that we had 10 years of building something and got a culmination, and it didn't disappoint. I'm sure there's someone out there, you can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
But like I think it's safe to say that that movie did not disappoint people in general. That's amazing to me. So, yeah. Kudos to the Russo brothers and Kevin Feige.
I put Endgame.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep.
And you said
Shazam.
Shazam. So
I love that movie. My thing was I was going down the list of movies and I was like,
Angel, thanks for stopping in.
I love Shazam.
Go to bed. It's late for you. Get some sleep.
Or early.
Or early, yeah. Oh, we had one other category?
We have 3 more.
3 more categories. Oh, that's right.
These were the ones I was really actually most interested in, because this is where a lot of discussion can happen. We did overrated and underrated. I just wanted to do underrated so I could talk about one movie. And then we also have a performance category.
Sure.
But overrated. This should be interesting.
What'd you guys pick?
Because this is what I like to call the trigger category.
Yeah, for sure.
When people say overrated, it's assumed that they don't like it.
Yeah.
That's why when Avengers won Best Movie and Fandom, I was just like, oh crap. I put Avengers Endgame here. Not because I dislike it. I was not upset at all watching it. I really enjoyed it. It's actually, I think, my 12th favorite movie from last year. I don't think it's as good as the world thinks it is. And I think it didn't take many chances. And I think that's where it kind of, I don't want to say upsets me, but it kind of like, I wanted them to do something a little crazier. I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be a movie that all we're going to do is visit all the iconic moments in the MCU, but that's exactly what it is. Yeah. And it works, and it's good, and it's fun, but I think I just wanted a little bit more out of it.
Sure.
You know what is crazy? You guys saw Endgame together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have not seen it with me.
Nope.
No.
I haven't watched it again.
I saw it in IMAX and I bought it, but I still haven't watched it. It's 3 hours long.
Right, that's the hard part.
I've watched it once since then.
And whenever I'm like, oh, I should watch a movie, I'm like, maybe. But it's 9 o'clock.
The challenge is that first hour. It's like the first 10 minutes, great. Mm-hmm. The second 15 minutes, like, I'm gonna be checking Instagram. Okay, action time. Okay, here we go. And then the action part of it is good. The heist is fun.
It's amazing that movie works.
And then the finale
blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, we should watch that together, I feel like.
We should. And I just need to watch
it. It's really sad you guys could not hear me scream when Captain America gets Mjolnir. Like, I've never... Like, I'll be like, woo, sometimes in a movie. Or go, oh, scream. Like, I scrammed. Absolutely scruddled as loud as I could when he got... Oh, my gosh.
Very rarely do I physically emote. That was a... like literal butt out of the seat, like yes moment.
I remember I was on the end and like I saw this movie in Nepal, so I got Nepalese next to me. Was Kellen and Logan next? I don't remember. Whatever. I'm surrounded by Nepalese. It was awesome, and he picks up the hammer and like it started to lift up, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally gonna happen. So like I started getting all the goosebumps, and my body was getting ready. It's like, all right, we got to loosen up the muscles so you don't pull anything. We don't want to rip your Achilles when you're about to celebrate that Captain America is finally gonna lift Mjolnir. And then, whoom, I just remember being like, Oh my god!
Hey, you just blew out everyone's ears. Congratulations.
No deal with it. I did the same thing in the theater. What a great time.
Tyler,
yes.
A little overrated then. Endgame was overrated, a little overrated for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's justifiable. For me, it was Lion King. Boy, that movie, I don't know how. I look at the Rotten Tomato scores on that, and I'm like, I don't understand.
What is it at?
I don't remember.
Was it like 60 or something?
Lion King.
So like
you got it?
A fine score. It's okay.
53%.
88%.
But 88% audience. And that's one where like I understand, and like for when I thought about overrated, underrated, I thought about not just critics and not just audience, but like I needed to have an opposite reaction from at least one of the two, because in today's movies, oftentimes we do see splits that big. So I'm definitely more with the critics, where it's like, this didn't need to happen. But yeah, no. Why I had such a visceral reaction when I heard Bambi was gonna get those.
Here, wait, where'd it go? Where's the lightsaber?
I'm keeping it down for now.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're comforted by the lightsaber.
What was your overrated?
This is the other one I was thinking about for a while, because I got kind of two kind of major ones that I don't know if you guys will like. I was like, oh, should I put The Irishman? I was like, no. It's like I wasn't really expecting too much from that one. And he's like, should I put Joker? And I was like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the world actually kind of agrees with me on that one. It's pretty split.
Yeah.
So I put Knives Out. I do like this movie. I gave it a fanboy worthy. I think it's a lot of fun. But gosh dang it, I see people just tweet about this movie all the time like it's the freaking greatest movie ever created. I'm just like, it's so average.
I picture him staring dead at you. I just realized where his list is now, so now I'm going back through and looking at everything.
Oh, Luke. But you don't understand.
I understand lots of people want to support Rian Johnson, and that's literally this. Okay, get it out. I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but all I see is people, like I saw somebody tweet, Knives Out is so good, we didn't deserve The Last Jedi. I'm like, what do those two have to do with each other? Those are two different movies.
So you should definitely go to my profile and be like, when things, or not on my profile, but when on Twitter you see Brett liked this, you should be like, show me less of those, because I like lots of those things. I think that's why
not
they
just
show up
that.
on your
Like
feed.
one of the I
think Brett likes him to torture you.
In like my trending or whatever, it's like follow this or whatever, and I started doing that, and it's like all my feed had. I was like, nope, get out of here. But then they just moved it to the explore section,
right? And
I have like drama films, comedy films, thriller films, all in there. They pop up in every single one. Just Knives Out. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
I legitimately don't think that many people. I think that's a Twitter filtering problem. For you versus and not to say that your opinion here is unvalid, because that is your experience, has been that you hear that a lot. So I get that frustration, and I'm sorry about it.
It's just like it's a good movie.
I just haven't seen it, so I can't.
Like I need that to get across, but like I don't think it's Oscar worthy beyond script.
Yeah, that's what it got nominated for.
Yeah, and like when that's what happened, I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
But geez, yeah, I mean,
what are some of our other responses? I see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
That doesn't surprise me. Tarantino's pretty divisive.
Yeah.
In terms.
Godzilla.
Yep.
Overrated. Yeah.
Which again, like for me, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
In the fact that like
lots of general audience love that movie. Yeah.
Exactly.
How could someone put Hobbes and Shaw here? That movie's amazing. How dare they?
Yeah, Hobbes and Shaw, Toy Story 4.
Yep, Joker.
A Star is Born.
Yep.
That was last year.
I left that one in for fun.
Okay. Still,
because I agree with it wholeheartedly.
John Wick 3. A little bit of editorializing by Luke over there.
That's right, baby.
John Wick 3. I think that's a good one.
Oh, I found another.
That's one that like I enjoy for the most part, and I think about it, and I'm
except for that freaking desert scene.
It's maybe a little overrated.
I think it's just long.
Yeah.
Still good though.
Still good.
Jumanji, The Next Level. We've talked about all of ours, and then I thought this was interesting for overrated. Rise of Skywalker. You don't see that one too much.
It's on there twice.
Yeah, I just fixed that.
Captain Marvel also right there with, kind of hanging out in second place.
Mm-hmm. And then The Lion King got multiple votes as well.
I want you to know.
Gosh dang it!
You missed it, didn't you? Do you see it?
I just need people to write things as the same title.
So we had someone write, it's probably me, who wrote The Lion King, and then we had everyone else write Lion King 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So that adds another vote to it, which ties it for the winner
with the Irishman.
The Irishman. So
it's another reason I didn't put The Irishman is because it already had multiple.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get Knives Out on there so I can trigger Brett. Did it work?
Not really. Mostly it just made me amused.
Good. That's good. That's good. That's what it should be.
It made me amused that you suffer.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it suffering.
What does that say about me? I don't know.
I wouldn't call it suffering. Just amused.
All right. Underrated. Movies that we loved that didn't get enough love.
The Peanut Butter Falcon. That's mine.
Yep, that movie is really good. I was hoping it'd get some critical acclaim, but this year was stacked that it just makes sense that it didn't.
Like when it came out, I was like, oh man, this one might have a shot. And then November happened and I was like,
ooh,
oh no.
Oh dear.
One of those that pushed it was Honey Boy too, and I was like, oh
yeah,
rooting for Honey Boy now.
Mine was Dark Waters.
Nice.
Not a lot of people went and saw that, but man,
so
I remember
that's
just
a good movie.
Like I don't think I saw any marketing for that movie outside of the theater. Like we saw the trailer a couple times.
I don't remember seeing any either.
Not a lot.
And we were like, oh, that looks good.
I mean, it's a low budget film. It didn't have a lot of marketing money behind it. It probably was marketed more in metropolitan areas where, I don't know.
Right next to the Teflon pans. They got Dark Waters coming soon.
Right next to the
I wonder what that's about.
What was yours, Luke?
Honey, do we need 2 of these?
I don't know. Lick it and see which one's better.
God. Oh dear.
So this is really the only category I think I really cared about. Is because I just wanted to talk about Alita Battle Angel.
It got several votes.
This was our winner. We'll go through the other ones, but let's talk about Alita real quick.
I watched this last night. This movie is so awesome. I love this movie. It has some poor acting in it from some very young actors, but it also has some really good acting in it from veterans and then also a newcomer in Rosa Salazar who plays Alita.
Really, she's in that Bird Box movie
for a bit.
Not a newcomer.
She was in it for about 20 seconds, and then she drove off with MGK. So MKG. What's his name?
Machine Gun Kelly.
MGK.
Okay.
This is one of those movies that I'm bummed won't get a sequel. I honestly don't think it's underrated. I think it has enough problems that I can legitimately say no, it's rated fine. But there's enough good nuggets there that I would want to see more.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to watch it.
I just need everybody to go see it so I can get a sequel. What they should do is put it on Disney Plus.
It wasn't I honestly I did look at the numbers the other day, and it didn't do
awful.
Horribly.
The problem is its budget was so big.
Yeah.
That it profited, but it not a lot.
Honestly, the best chance of this getting made is that Disney knows the next 4 Avatars are going to make $1 billion each. And so James Cameron is just like, look, guys, I'm making you this. Give me my little pet project over here. I could see that happening. And I hope it does.
It's one movie, Disney. Come on. It's one movie.
It's not like you're going to not make up all of it for the rest of the year.
Every single Marvel movie makes $1 billion now. They can afford it. Come on. Us Alita fans want it.
Some other ones. Booksmart. That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
It's a good movie. I don't know if it was underrated. Maybe under talked about. I think everyone who I ever talked about it was
just forgotten about because it came out in March.
The Last Black Man in San Francisco. I have not seen that one.
Me either.
Me either.
Need to check it out.
I've heard it's good though.
Honey Boy. Absolutely agree. Was not talked about enough. Shazam. I think that gets a lot of like, oh, it didn't do like Aquaman numbers, but we all knew it wasn't going to do Aquaman numbers.
And plus, it was in between Captain Marvel and Endgame.
It was unfortunate timing, but
gosh, still did pretty well.
That movie.
It was a little tiny piece of meat in between 2 giant slices of bread.
Yeah, for sure. It Chapter 2. Now that is, I like that answer. That's a good answer because that movie was not all that well critically received or received well by audiences. So I'm glad someone enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave it like a fanboy worthy. I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
I laughed a lot.
Yeah, Godzilla and Joker and Star Wars. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yesterday.
Little Women. The best movie of the year.
That's where my comment came from, because somebody think it's underrated. I think it's overrated. So we should probably fight.
You have no choice.
Someone countered Luke's previous one with Knives Out in this category.
Yeah,
Knives Out.
So wait, I wonder if that'd be awesome if it's the same person.
For Little Women and.
Oh wait, it wouldn't work like that. That's not how this works.
That's not how this works. No.
Maybe they filled out 2 though.
I do the last one that we haven't talked about, Extremely Wicked and Shockingly Evil and Vile. That one surprised me, but I watched that movie. I liked it. Wait, was that this year or was that last year?
That was early this year.
Is that I think that was like January. I think you're right. I think it was 2019. But yeah, I think that's maybe underrated. I think it got a lot of hate. I'll say hate. People were like, I don't know, it's a Ted Bundy or making Ted Bundy sexy by putting Zac Efron in it.
I think people just wanted it to be a slasher film. And that's not really what it was trying to be.
No. But no,
it was 2019.
I appreciate that submission. I like it. So yeah, and then Alita won. So give us more Alita.
Yeah. I love Alita. And plus, I was thinking about watching Endgame last night, actually, so I brought that up. But it's 3 hours long because I started at 9 o'clock. I was like, oh man, Alita's 2 hours. It's a nice, quick, fun watch. Yeah, and it's a good movie.
Final category:
favorite performance of the year.
Final Jeopardy. Oh wait, no.
I'm betting everything on Black. Is that how Jeopardy works?
Yes. No.
Okay.
That's roulette. Wait. Yes.
Yeah, same thing.
I don't know. What were you guys' submissions?
Joaquin Phoenix for Joker.
I had Joaquin Phoenix for Joker as well.
Mine was Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think maybe unsurprisingly, this was maybe the other one that like Endgame I kind of knew was going to be the favorite Fandom movie. I didn't see anything else. I didn't see anyone else beating Joaquin in this category either. That said, I love the diversity here. I love that someone put Adam Driver for Marriage Story. So good. He's so good in that.
And somebody put him as Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Nice.
He is definitely the best performance in all 3 of those movies. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's really good.
He's so good.
What else we got?
I mean, the problem with this category though is that's like I could have put down Joaquin. I could have put down Adam Driver for Marriage Story. I could have put in I don't remember his name from 1917.
Could have put Shia.
Could have put Shia.
So
could have put Taron Egerton. Like, it's just...
We did get a Shia LaBeouf and Honey Boy. We had multiple votes for that. Taron Egerton, Rocket Man, multiple votes for that.
One of my favorites on here is Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I feel bad because I forgot about her, and I was only thinking movies, but she is fantastic in Fleabag.
Yeah. Real quick, Will Smith for Aladdin got multiple votes. I thought that was interesting. Mm-hmm. We talked a lot about how do you do that different? How do you make it's an impossible role to do, the genie. That's such a Robin Williams character.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he was maybe my favorite part of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
In a movie.
Are you sure it wasn't Mr. Anders who's going to get the spinoff? Oh, jeez.
Zac Efron for Ted Bundy in Shockingly Evil. Keanu Reeves, the Keanu-zance still going strong.
Now we got the Shia-zance coming in.
We got the Shia-zance.
Get them in a movie together.
I assume it just says Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm gonna assume that's Tom Holland, but maybe Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'll take either one of those.
Yeah, either one.
I like them both.
Either one.
You're good.
It's good. Lupita Nyong'o.
You did it.
I tried. For Us, oh my gosh, Us is such a good movie.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to get Dana to watch it last night, and she's like, "I want to watch Man of Steel."
Ooh, that's a good movie too. Let's see.
Somebody put Captain America from Endgame. Yeah, he's my favorite part of those movies.
For sure. And then Adam Sandler, Uncut Gems got second, and then Joaquin Phoenix
for first,
and Joker got first.
So we are just an additional win added to Joaquin Phoenix's already illustrious
growing
January.
Here's your trophy, Joaquin. You feel free to pick it up anytime.
Just come hang out.
Say, can we get some trophies made and just like keep them here and be like,
can we mail them?
We're waiting for you to come pick them up.
Y'all can come. We'll have you on.
You can run the whole show, whatever you want. We'll just watch.
It's a free trophy. You just have to show up.
Yeah, come.
Joaquin Phoenix could do like impressions of all three of us and just run the whole show by himself. And we'd just be like, what?
He absolutely could.
Oh, all of these people could. Let's also add that.
Yeah, that's true.
Captain America.
That brings us to the end of our 2019 with the Fanboy Awards. I know we all had our favorites.
Yes, we did.
But
or are not favorites.
But most of all, I just want to thank everyone for submitting.
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate it.
It's interesting to see the variety and what people like. Mm-hmm. I think that helps inform us on not how we talk about things. I certainly won't be as mean to Witcher fans in the future, but no, we'll continue to be honest.
I'm gonna be more mean to Knives Out haters. I'm gonna be a double agent.
But no, I just think it's like,
a good movie.
Okay, there's some movies, there's some performances that maybe I didn't catch this year that I need to because people think they're good. So yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of this is like I see things that maybe I didn't see or games I didn't play, and I'm like, maybe I'll check that out. If somebody was willing to put that as their favorite, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, and when you watch as many or watch or play as many things as we do, it's easy for things to kind of fall in the cracks. We try and cover a lot, but we don't cover everything. So it's good to see.
That's where you guys
it's good.
come
It's
in.
good to still have a things I missed in 2019 list.
Yeah,
that I can go back and during the slow parts of 2020,
I
catch
have
up on those.
On my list of movies from 2019, I have all the ones I hadn't had a chance to see, and over half are all horror movies that I didn't get to, like La Llorona and Pet Sematary.
Oh man, La Llorona was one I almost bought the other day.
I'll watch it with you.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll probably pee my pants, but
Can we real quick we haven't really talked about our like top 10 movies.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And not that we're going to spend much time talking about each of them, but can we just kind of run through them since starting next week we'll really be diving into 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of a one last hurrah for 2019. My number 10 was Booksmart. It's such a good movie. Great performances, fun story. Loved it.
I'm working on pulling up my list.
Okay.
I had it up earlier, but then I closed it.
Oh, my bad.
Man, I feel bad assigning these numbers.
Yeah, this is a weird.
Here's the deal. Our top 10, all great. I can guarantee all of us are like, we all love these top 10. So
Man,
even like assigning them numbers, if it hurts, I'm sorry. But
I saw 58 movies this year. So if you're in my top 10,
you're good.
You're a little star.
My number 10 was Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Ooh, very fun movie.
I loved it.
My number 10 was Honey Boy.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, yes. Number 9, Rocket Man.
Mine was Shazam.
Avengers Endgame.
Nice.
Avengers Endgame was my number 8.
Endgame was my number 12.
My number 8 was Uncut Gems.
What was your number 8?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
My number 7, 1917. I know that's going to be your guys' number 1.
Mm-hmm. My number 7 was Rocket Man.
Yeah.
My number 7 was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Nice.
So good. My number 6 was The Joker. Or not The Joker, just Joker.
My number 6 was Honey Boy.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Nice.
Man, that movie was up there at number 2 for so long.
Knives Out hit number 5 for me.
Triggered. No.
You all right over there?
Yeah.
Give
I'm
him
good.
the lightsaber.
No.
My number 5
He's gonna go crazy.
was Ford v Ferrari.
Well, what number are we on?
5.
Jojo.
Look at that disgust on his face. Or
What's
just
wrong,
not even
man?
disgust, just sadness.
That movie.
It deserves better, Luke.
Are you
Any
saying
other year, that movie would probably be my number
Number
1.
one.
The next 5 would be a number 1.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I land on this too.
Yeah,
but
my number 5 is Jojo Rabbit.
Number 4 is Parasite for me.
Parasite is my number.
I know, it's down low for you.
26. My number 4 is Joker.
Ooh.
Parasite.
Nice.
There we go. Hey, we agree on something.
For now. Should I say where my Knives Out and Joker are?
We'll all agree that my last 3 deserve to be up here at least. Number 3, Ford v Ferrari.
Nice. I like that one. My number 3
That was
is
one I couldn't forget about this year.
Yeah, same.
It's one that just I kept coming back to it.
Yeah.
And that made me put it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Same reasons, different movie for me. Peanut Butter Falcon. Yeah. I love that movie.
Ford v Ferrari.
Oh,
number 3. Yeah.
Number 2, Honey Boy. This movie was so emotionally moving to me, just from a therapeutic standpoint for Shia. And then the close, very intimate story. Just it worked. It worked so well for me. So.
Number 2, Jojo Rabbit.
Yes.
Love trumps hate, baby.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
My number 2 was Apollo 11.
How bad does it hurt to say that? Because that was your number 1
not at all
year.
Not at all. Not at all. I think I saw that movie in February, and that's what happened.
Held it all the way up until December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep.
I'd still really encourage people to go check out that. It's a documentary.
Yeah.
But it is by no means what you would assume a documentary is, in that it's people talking and it's boring. You watch the moon landing step for step all the way down, and you watch it come all the way back up.
It's very good.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Gosh, it's beautiful.
My number 1, Jojo Rabbit. Love trumps hate.
Love it. Our number 1,
1917.
So good. A movie that made me feel like I was part of it. And it's the only one I think this year that made me feel that way.
Yeah. It's a really powerful movie.
I felt like I was in the trench. Like I was sore after watching this movie. Like I was sore the next day because I was just so tense so and like emotionally concerned for people.
Yeah.
Like it made me feel things I didn't know a movie could make me feel, and that's just so cool.
I had so many movies this year that kept me up when I was trying to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
This was the one that did it to me.
This one did it. Uncut Gems did it. Parasite did it. JoJo did it. In-game did it.
Yeah.
Just I could probably go through probably my top 15 actually probably did it, but
You know what's so cool to me on this is like last year if I'd have made a list and I didn't, not like this. I bet most of my favorite movies would have been Fandom movies. This year Fandom, there's, I guess if you want to put Joker in that category, that's the only one in my top 5. And there's only 2 in my top 10 if you don't count Joker.
the only one in my top 10 is at number 9 at In-Game.
Mine's Shazam and Spider-Man. And then if you count Joker, but
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see how things are changing for me.
Joker is definitely not in my top 10.
Yeah. Over in the chat.
16? 20?
Joker?
Yeah. 35?
Joker lands. So I did a lot of thinking on Joker ever since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Matthew McConaughey for me now.
Oh.
And it sits at 43.
Wow.
So
Nice.
It dropped a little.
in
for
case
me.
you're curious,
It dropped a little for me on rewatch. I still think Walking Phoenix.
that's
Performance drives it up just to a whole nother level.
his performance. I think makes that movie worth for people to see. I think just by that alone, you take out every element of the story, just watching him turn insane is worth a ticket. And I would still stand by my original review of go see it for his performance, but I just don't like the rest of it.
Yeah.
If in case you're curious, Brett, Knives Out is at 37 for me, so it's pretty close to the middle.
Yeah.
That movie is really good, Knives Out.
Battle Rifle over in the chat asked this, has anyone seen Nightingale?
I have not. It looks good though. It's by what's her name? She did the Babadook.
Oh, frick.
Jennifer something. I don't remember. That movie looks good though.
I love the Babadook.
I want to watch the Babadook. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the Babadook?
I remember. I just now have been getting into horror.
Well, now I know what we're doing tonight.
I have to work tomorrow.
I don't care.
I have to sleep tonight.
No, you don't. You don't need to sleep. Battle Rifle says Nightingale is on Hulu. I'm definitely checking that out.
Ooh.
I
have.
Where did you put Uncut Gems?
8.
8? Yeah. Battle Rifle says I think Uncut Gems is his favorite. For me, it was at 12. Which is still fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was looking, and in 2018, I had 5 Booyahs and 14 Fanboy worthy movies.
I'm gonna move Knives Out up.
And this year, I had.
It just depends on the day, man.
I had combined 28 Fanboy worthy or Booyahs. Like my top 10, I had. I mean, look how many Booyahs I've got scattered. Like, what a good year for movies.
Yeah,
Brett, do you want to hear something crazy? And I still stand by my fact that it's overrated. I just moved Knives Out all the way up to 27 on my list. Moved it up 10. Man, I saw a lot of movies this year.
Love Trump's hate.
I need to.
See, we just have to love him, and then he likes it more.
Love me all you want. Give me stuff. Give me money. I love it.
This has now become him asking for things.
Nope. I heard you were giving me stuff, so I thought I'd just, tell you what I like.
It's all good. Any other final thoughts on 2019?
Nope.
Okay.
It was a good year.
It was a good year.
It was a really good year.
I'm excited for 2020. Though.
I've still adjusted my list for 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be curious as to see where all these fall. Mid 2020 at the end of 2020 when we're doing this again.
It'll be. I think it's interesting going into 2019. I don't think I realized how good of a year it was going to be.
No, seriously.
Battle Rifle over in the chat says he thinks it's probably a better year than 1994, and 1994 widely regarded as the best year in cinema history. I might agree. Like, I was a little young in 1994. I don't really understand. Like,
I was 2.
I can't capture that.
What came out in 1994?
94 would have been like Jurassic World or Jurassic World.
I was like, wow.
Excuse my.
What a great year. That was the best.
Terrible speak. Jurassic
Park.
Pulp Fiction, The Lion King, Forrest Gump.
Ace Ventura, yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, The
Was
Mask.
Jurassic Park 95?
Shawshank Redemption, Clerks. Major League 2.
Yeah, looks like a pretty good year.
Yeah, The Little Rascals,
The Santa Claus,
Beverly Hills Cop 3,
Speed,
Stargate,
Little Giants,
Three
whatever
Ninjas.
that is.
All in all,
Time Cop with Van Damme in it.
it will be interesting to see at the end of 2020 how we feel.
Yeah,
I think 2020, we're starting off a new decade. My guess is we're all going to be like, oh man, 2020 was not a good year. But I think that's just going to be in comparison to
we might have to compare it to
the
2018.
amazing 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So no, it's, I'm excited still for 2020 and another year of What the Fanboy.
heck yeah,
A whole nother year.
Whole nother year.
Whole nother decade.
So thank you, everyone. I can't read that.
We have a
text is too
Fanbox
small.
question.
Oh, perfect.
It's for Luke and Tyler though.
I don't need to.
Mostly because you have not yet watched Titans.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
You
Yes,
have
yes,
not
yes,
watched
yes.
Titans. It wasn't like a specific request.
Welcome to the Fanbox. This week's Fanbox brought to you by Luke and Tyler. Brett's going to sit over here and cry because he hasn't seen the right content to answer the question. Go ahead, Tyler.
This question won't take long, I think, for us to answer. It's a two-parter regarding Titans. This comes from Brendan Foster at Brendan_KU14. 2 Titans questions. 1. I thought Raven could have brought everyone together with the commercials through her dreaming. This is something we kind of talked about in our video. I think she could have, but I also like the prospect of it being someone else.
Yeah, me too.
But I honestly think the more realistic answer is that she did that. I think you're right. I don't think you're wrong in that. And then this is the question I really like. And this is in regards to Deathstroke. Light spoilers, huge spoilers for Titans. They could bring Deathstroke back pretty easily with the Crisis event, right? A few seasons down the road, it's almost a cop-out, but they could bring him back. I think so. I'd be okay
Definitely,
with it.
yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
I would be very okay with it because Isai Morales' Deathstroke was really good.
Yeah, I think that would be a smart choice for them to somehow find a way to get him back into the show and just let him be a multiple season kind of foil character who comes in and screws stuff up from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be very beneficial to them in the long run.
Yeah.
However, I don't foresee this show running any more than 5 seasons. So if they're going to do that, they need to do it right away.
I could see it. Yeah, 5 seasons.
It's generous, I think. I think 4 is probably more realistic.
I could see it going 5 seasons if HBO Max takes over DC Universe.
Yeah.
If not, I could see season 3 and 4 maybe happening.
Being the end
it's hard to know how popular DC Universe shows are.
Right. Because we have no metric.
Yeah.
And there's not enough of it to really talk about.
Yeah. And they cancel shows before they're even out. So
yeah. They canceled
the good ones.
Yeah. But that's it for the Fanbox this week, Brett.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for listening to another
marathon.
Whatever madhouse this is.
What we enjoy doing with our Monday nights.
Yeah. We don't have football to compete with anymore.
That's nice.
So our viewership should be up, right?
You would think.
Yes.
Maybe.
We'll just be positive and say, yes, it's up.
Yes, it's up. You can, of course, find all of our stuff over at whatthefanboy.com.
I hear that is the hottest new site on the web.
It is. Absolutely. It's got TV talk reviews of things like The Witcher, which people absolutely love. Movie commentaries where we watch movies and just talk about them. Obviously, our show. And even things like merch. You can get shirts to support us. Not that, we're raking in the cash, but that's not the point. The point is you have an awesome shirt and you can tell your friends about us if you feel so inclined. So
we would appreciate it.
We absolutely would. And actually, the best thing you can do is like, subscribe, rate us on iTunes or wherever, SoundCloud. Like, that's what helps just spread the good news.
Absolutely.
The gospel.
The social media and all the liking and subscribing is
it helps a lot.
Huge
it
for
helps
us.
a lot, yeah.
Absolutely.
So we want to keep doing this, and not that if you don't like or subscribe, we're not gonna stop. We're not stopping even if you don't like or subscribe. But it helps, and we thank you all.
Yep.
Until next week.
We'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
See everybody.
Maybe. Oh no.
Did you forget to